For the ultimate terrain set, there are fence pieces and the bunker piece, and these pieces that go in the wall sections to connect the walls, fences easier. Since I don't want to always have these in place, they go in several of the different slots depending on how you want it to line up. I am going to use magnets. And these magnets will allow these pieces to hold themselves into place without having much on the opposite side to show for it and not be too distracting when playing. So, magnets are not as easy to use when you're not actually gluing them in yet, but proof of concept, just having the magnet sit on this side is holding that side in. And once I glue that magnet in right here, that will hold the other magnet on the wall so that it doesn't go anywhere. And that's going to be as simple as using a little bit of super glue, because I don't have to worry about polarity or lining them up with each other. So I'm just going to put a little bit of super glue in here and drop the magnet in. And repeat that on all 8 wall segments. And then just make sure I carry 8 more with me whenever I go anywhere. Which should be easy because they'll all just stick together. These corner pieces from the Ultimate Terrain set, Ultimate Starter set, go together like this. So that is a nice, simple drop a little bit of super glue in there and connect them. And then you can paint them as the unit they're supposed to be. Since it's a simple connection and terrain, I am perfectly happy with using super glue here. Just don't overdo it, or it'll glue to the table. So, Sanctum Sanctorum. Look at all of these steps. 16 steps to build this thing. 2 whole bags of things to work on. This is gonna take some time. And I have 2 of these. Fun. Alright, it is Tuesday evening, and I have finally finished building all of the terrain that I'm going to build for this month. It's been an interesting month so far with several Marvel Crisis Protocol sets, the Ultimate Terrain set, the Ultimate Starter Terrain set, the Hivestorm terrain, and the Pegasus Hobbies stuff. But here we are. Everything has been built now. And the weather is actually decent enough to go out and prime some. To make this set look more like cosmic terrain, I'm going to do something that I don't usually do, and I'm going to use a satin blue instead of the normal primers. For the top of the Sanctum Sanctorums, I am going to prime black, while for the Pegasus Hobby stuff and the bottom of the Sanctorums, I'm going to prime red. This should make it a little bit easier to paint. And then, with just 2 cans fully emptied, and a bunch still left in each of these, I now have all the things primed and ready for painting. Yeah, I grabbed a few models and primed them while I was at it. Because if I'm out there priming, may as well get models too. And from here, you want to let it set for at least 12 hours. So, tonight, for the stream, I will be painting some of the things that I did not just prime. But we still have plenty of that to go, so... Look at this, we got everything built in less than a third of the month. Hooray! Look at all the colors already. Now that everything is primed, it is important to put all of the like terrain in stacks together, so that they're all painted the same way. So here's the Ultimate Starter Set terrain. All of the other ruins are over here from Kill Team and Night Renegade. The Cosmic Terrain is in its own container. All of the other Marvel Crisis Protocol is together. The 2 Sanctum Sanctorums are right there. The Pegasus Hobbies is in the 2 containers for that. And the Boarding Actions is in 2 containers. Organization is a great way to make sure you paint everything the same way. And here we are, day 11. Everything is built, everything is primed. I have some oil washes or oil paints set up ready for washes. Everything is organized and in totes so that they each have their own paint scheme. I have all of the boarding actions dry brushed, ready for oil washes. I have all of my Gothic terrain primed and they have their dry brush, and I'm already starting on the metal trim work around the windows. Once I get all of that to that section, I can then do the black metal and then a wash on those. So the big thing about terrain is there's a lot of it, and it takes time. So anything that would normally take 20 minutes on a single piece, well, there's 16 of these, so that 20 minutes has to get repeated 16 times. All of these wall sections, a step that's only going to take 3 minutes is going to take 300 minutes because of how many there are. So just keep that in mind with terrain. This is not a fast process, but they don't have to be quite to the same level as a normal mini. And that means that batch painting here is a little bit faster just because of less steps. So, this ends week 2. Let's see where week 3 takes us. I can't wait. Subscribe if you haven't so that you don't miss any future videos. I also want to thank my patrons and supporters for making these videos possible. And until next time, I hope you find your bit of bliss.